Welcome to Morning Joan, darling. I'm so glad you're joining me today for a dose of entertainment news, fashion insights, and a whole lot of sass. Can we talk? Let's dive right into our top story. I've got some sad news for all you rock fans out there. Les Binks, the former drummer for Judas Priest, has passed away at the age of 73. Oh, come on. It feels like just yesterday I was rocking out to Stained Class and Killing Machine. Those were some iconic albums, if I do say so myself. Now, let's get into the tea. Binks was with Judas Priest from 1977 to 1979, and his drumming skills was simply first class. The current members of the band put out a statement saying how much they'll miss him, and what an impact he had on their music. I mean, who can forget that live album, Unleashed in the East? It's a classic. And let me tell you, Binks' unique techniques and flair were a big part of what made it so special. But, darling, there's drama involved. Apparently. Binks left the band in 1979 due to a rift with their manager over payment for that very live album. Can you believe it? I mean, who tries to stiff a drummer out of royalties? It's just ludicrous. Binks said it was a completely ludicrous scenario, and that he didn't see the point in continuing to work with a band whose manager didn't want him to get paid. Face it, darling, that's just bad management. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Joan, who is Les Binks? Well, let me tell you, he was an integral part of Judas Priest's sound during their heyday, and his legacy lives on through those iconic albums. So, let's take a moment to appreciate the man and his music. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Stay tuned, darlings. Welcome back to Morning Joan, everyone. We're diving into a very serious and disturbing topic today, the ongoing saga of Harvey Weinstein's trials and tribulations. Can you believe this man has been embroiled in scandal after scandal, and yet he still manages to make headlines? It's just astonishing. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Joan, why are we still talking about Harvey Weinstein? Well, let me tell you, it's because the allegations against him are that serious. The man has been accused by dozens of women of misconduct, abuse, and even rape. And now he's on trial again in New York for sex crimes. According to reports, jury selection began yesterday in a lower Manhattan courtroom, where Weinstein will face charges that he sexually assaulted 3 different women. This is his third trial in just over 5 years, folks. In 2020, he was convicted of 2 felony sex crimes in New York. And then in 2022, he was convicted of 3 counts in California. But here's the thing, an appeals court overturned his New York conviction last year, citing improper testimony from witnesses who described alleged sexual misconduct that wasn't charged in the indictment. And now, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has announced plans to retry Weinstein. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. This is a tough topic to discuss, but it's so important. The #MeToo movement was sparked by the allegations against Harvey Weinstein, and it's led to a national conversation about consent, power dynamics, and accountability. And let me tell you, it's not just about Harvey Weinstein. It's about all the women who have come forward to share their stories of abuse and harassment. Women like Angelina Jolie, Gwyneth Paltrow, AIDailyPress, Lupita Nyong'o, and Ashley Judd, all of whom have accused Weinstein of misconduct. So, as we follow this trial, let's remember that it's not just about one man or one case. It's about a larger cultural shift towards accountability and justice for survivors of abuse. Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan. We're wrapping up today's episode with a fascinating story from the world of design. If you're a fan of modernism, sustainability, and innovative materials, then this is the segment for you. So, let's dive into the latest trends from Milan Design Week. It seems that luxury brands are going all out to showcase their commitment to eco-friendliness and cutting-edge design. From Muji's Manifesto House, a modular tiny home that embodies low-impact living, to IKEA's new foam-free sofa made from natural latex and coconut fibers, it's clear that sustainability is no longer just a buzzword. But what really caught my attention was the emphasis on process and materiality storytelling. With the rise of AI, designers are highlighting the human touch and unique experiences that go into creating their pieces. Take Kiki Gotti's stunning vases, for example, which were crafted in collaboration with Murano glassblowers using a highly improvisational and physical process. We're also seeing a resurgence of modernist design, with brands like Cassina celebrating the 60th anniversary of Le Corbusier, Charlotte Perriand, and Pierre Jeanneret's iconic collection. And, in a refreshing twist, Didar has launched a new line of textiles inspired by the experimental compositions of Bauhaus-trained weaver, Ani Albers. As I always say, good design is not just about aesthetics, it's about telling a story, sparking emotions, and creating connections with the people who experience it. So whether you're a design aficionado or just someone who appreciates the beauty in everyday objects, there's something for everyone in this exciting world of design. That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay fabulous.